Good morning, good people. What's going on? What's the word? I know I'm a little late with the 177, but I'm employed. We're going to talk about the One Piece manga real quick. If you're not caught up, please get out the way, bro. We're going to talk about it. You're going to get spoiled. Now let's get right into it. Last week, we figured out death. Death is the only way to undo the Domi Reversi, and it's time to fight. Poland watches the Giants get their swords, get their spears, and it's time to squabble. Kashi, on the other hand, he's not really trying to squabble. Dory, Bragi, Hasrudin, Stanson, they didn't hesitate. Zoro, he ain't hesitate. He don't even know them boys, and he ain't hesitate. Kashi's trying to no-talk jutsu, bro. No. DDT and Rose, they already know. They said, man, you ain't gonna do nothing. I want you to do something. Me personally, I just wouldn't go out like that. If my niggas got Domi reversied, I'm sliming them out, no hezzy. This is where things get interesting, but not as interesting as they're about to get. Bragi tells Gantonio that every time he just asks for a piece of his food, he always takes half a bite, and I feel him. That's more than enough reason to slime a nigga out already. I remember I went to the bathroom, came back from my lunch break. I left the bag of chips with my coworker, and when I came back, half the bag of chips was gone. They didn't say nothing. At least Gantonio asked for a bite. I would have done this for free. Hasrudin's throwing hands. Dory's throwing hands. Stenson's throwing hands. Zoro's cutting heads. And of course, the one, the only, the GOAT, Elder Jarl's the only one to notice these boys are kind of having fun. These niggas having a field day. Remember where I said things are gonna get interesting, bro? Before they get more interesting? Where this is where things get more interesting. Because Kashi failed to do his job, which was to throw some hands. Chopper had to step in. And as soon as Chopper puts his hands on him, it knocks the demon out of him and flips him over. One chapter ago, we got Frankie buffs. Now Chopper is undoing Domi reversies at the touch of his palm. Oh, yeah. Straw Hats is doing their thing. Wow, I'm so proud of them, bro. I'm so proud of Chopper, bro. And I done heard a little bit of that Forest God Chopper Devil Fruit theory. Y'all been coming up with those theories, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do some research and I will come back with y'all, trust. They had one of my favorite races, Holy Knights, tied up at the head by Jinbei the Fishman. They got Killingham by the hairs. Straw Hats really cooked the Holy Knights, though, I'm not gonna lie. That's tough! So now that we know that Emperors beat Holy Knights, or at least the majority, right? They gotta fight the Revolutionaries now, bro. Somebody has to fight for that middle tier bracket, bro. And I know somebody probably heard mid-tier and was like, mid. Chill out, bro. Listen, bro. I'ma just come out and say it like it is, bro. Pirates, Revolutionaries, Admirals, Holy Knights. From top to bottom, that's strongest to weakest right now. Strongest to weakest as a whole. You heard it here first. Anji says, I can't believe these are the people they got in the Holy Land. Frankie said, they weak as hell. We just too much for them. It's a different ball game. Jinbei still says they gotta watch out for that one, and that one is Emu himself. Emu stocks in the flesh. Prospering stocks, by the way. Luffy and Loki arrive with the rest of the Straw Hats. Nami instantly gets on their ass. You thought it was gonna be a peaceful reunion? No, sir. This is just like the end of Wano Part 2. The fact that Loki breathes lightning is the very thing that's keeping the flames from going on, and all Luffy can do is just stand there with Ragnar by his side to comfort him, because he got cooked in front of his boys. Loki hits Luffy with a lightning blast. Those who watch Skypiea already know. Loki's like, why didn't it work? And then Luffy says, if it did, he would have sent him flying. Luffy talking some shit about Loki, bro. He must have. He talking like he gonna smack him, bro. And I'm not saying he won't, but I don't think Loki's gonna be no punk, bro. My boys say, oh, it's just lightning. A lot of niggas can't say that, bro. I've been wanting Usopp to win for a minute. And normally for Usopp to win, Usopp gotta lose. He never goes down like no bitch. Usopp looking Emu in the face and say, I'm standing on business. Usopp's trying to hit Emu with some morality talk. Emu doesn't have morals. Mu don't got morals. Who cares none about thine values? Usopp standing on 10 toes of business about Elbaf. He been doing this since day one, and now he's doing it in the face of Emu, man. He says, why can't you do this with your own hands, man? You ain't no real conqueror. And the Emu says, a dominant ruler never sullies their own hands. Usopp tried to hit Emu with a skull bomb grass. A skull bomb grass would hurt if it has some hockey on it. Emu says fire and the whole thing blows up. Usopp out of there, Brook is out of there, and Emu's regenerating. Luffy, Loki, and Ragnar come face to face with Emu as the prophecy predicted. We are in the third world, ladies and gentlemen. They will meet again. Luffy and Loki and Ragnar versus Emu. Remember the third world part of that prophecy, bro. This is the part where they meet again, and Emu tells Luffy and Loki, he calls them Nika, Nidhogg, submit or perish. This battle shall divide the world. Now, this is something that's just on my mind personally, right? Check this out. When we were at Egghead trying to get Vegapunk out of Egghead, right? Or no, when they did get Vegapunk out, excuse me. Emu pulled up on Saturn like, Saturn, why did you let Joy Boy escape? He called Luffy Joy Boy back in Egghead, but now we in Elbaf, he calls him Nika. But I thought Joy Boy and Nika were two distinct beings. Emu say submit or perish. That's not going to happen. It's time to squabble and ask for round one per round one. I just need Emu to wash. If Luffy hold his own, that's great. I'm going to be proud of him. But I got Emu stocks, and my Emu stocks may be at risk. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'll see y'all next week.